What if feeling lost isn't a problem to fix, but the very thing guiding you to your purpose? If you've been jumping from job to job, wondering why you can't figure it out, feeling like a failure for not sticking to one thing, then this video is for you. Because I'm going to show you why feeling lost is actually the doorway to clarity, purpose, and a life that finally feels like yours. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nina Elise and I am an embodiment and growth mentor. And I help driven women reconnect with themselves, clear what's in the way, and build deeply fulfilling lives rooted in authenticity and alignment. If that resonates, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos designed to help you create the freedom and clarity that you are craving. Let's dive in. So a couple of years ago, I hit rock bottom. I had no job. A 7-year relationship had just come to a very messy close. Everything I owned fit in the back of my car, and I was living at my dad's house, completely starting over. I had basically pushed away everyone who actually cared about me. And the worst part is that I felt so lost. Like I was failing at life, and everyone else seemed to know exactly who they were and what they were doing. And at 34 years old, I was completely starting over. But here's what changed everything for me. First, I took complete responsibility for where I was in life and who I was being. And second, instead of forcing myself to figure out the one thing that I was supposed to do, I got clear on how I wanted to feel. So I started to ask myself questions like, what lights me up? What values matter to me? And what environments do I thrive in? Because honestly, I didn't have a plan at all. And I just knew that I loved the ocean. I loved to play my guitar. And I wanted to be of service in some way. So I saved my money and I found my way to living on the beach because I love the ocean so much. And I joined a local environmental nonprofit and I just started doing a lot of different things. Like I took an improv class to practice being more authentic and performing in front of others, and started going to different groups where I was meeting new people in the area. And guess what happened? I met incredible people. I built a new community. And I found myself again in the process of doing that. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I still don't know exactly what I want to do long term. I have a vision of how I want to feel and how I want to impact people. But I also do know how I want to live and who I want to be. And that is enough. So I want you to know that feeling lost isn't wrong. It doesn't mean that you are broken or you are behind. What it usually does mean that you are outgrowing old identities, or your nervous system is protecting you from change, and maybe your subconscious is looping safety patterns. So that might look like sabotaging opportunities or burning through money as soon as you make it, pushing people away before they can actually leave you, or your life just crumbling around you because your life no longer fits into who you are growing and evolving into. And guess what? None of that is failure. That is data. It is information. And the people who finally find their thing or their purpose, they got there by trying everything, by failing over and over and over again, and pivoting and not taking every perceived failure personally, because it is not an indicator that you are wrong or a bad person if something doesn't work out or something goes wrong. It is simply data that is actually moving you forward to do something different that you actually enjoy or feel aligned with. Because when you follow what you love doing, it won't matter what your purpose is, because you'll naturally be living it just by enjoying your life. And that is how you have deep impact. One of my favorite examples of this is Martha Stewart. So she started out in finance, then she became a caterer, and she literally created an industry that didn't even exist. And now she's an absolute icon. And she did this simply by following and doing things that she loved. And by having deep trust and doing the things that you love and following that, you will be able to cultivate that deeper self-trust in yourself on your own journey. So the real question now is, What do you do if you feel lost? The first thing I always recommend is get clear on your values. These are your non-negotiables and what you make decisions from. So your values are, how do you want to feel every day and what can't you live without? Is that freedom? Is that creativity? Is that connection? Is that honesty or integrity? So get really, really clear on this and look online. You can just Google types of values and you'll find a list of them, and hone in on your top 3 values and allow these values to dictate the decisions that you make moving forward. It will give you a solid foundation to work from when moving about your entire life. So for example, if you choose the values of freedom and honesty, if you are presented with decisions like a job that makes you feel like you can't be free, or you have to do things that you don't feel an integrity or alignment with, where you feel like there's dishonesty involved, are you going to say yes to those things or to those people when they are not aligned with your core values? So these become really great starting points to allow you to pause before you make decisions. So you are being more intentional with every action, with the words that you are speaking, the people that you are hanging out with, the things that you are saying yes or no to. And in the moment, it may feel hard because you have been conditioned and wired basically your entire life to move from a place of lack of clarity and not having that foundation for yourself. And that is okay. And it may take some time of doing this over and over again and seemingly messing up, but you're just getting better and better and better at catching yourself and moving from a place that is your solid foundation for living a life that feels really good to you. Even if you don't know what you want to do or you feel lost, at least you are in integrity with yourself and you know who you are and why you make the decisions that you do and who you want to be as a person overall. The second thing is to stop looking for one thing, because what if your purpose is to experience many things? Why does it have to look like anyone else's? Because we are multidimensional human beings. So sure, there's someone who sticks with one thing their entire life, but there are also millions and millions of other human beings that are multi-passionate and are thriving from doing that. And guess what? You can too. The next thing is to experiment and get lost with intention. So you do this by trying new things, being curious, volunteering, meeting new people, just doing something different, something that excites and scares you that you are interested in. So really lean into that and learn to follow your heart, even if it feels a little challenging or scary. And remember to play along the way, because life isn't meant to be so serious. You can enjoy this period of lostness and allow yourself to be found along the way. Fourth, I'm always going to share this, look up your human design, because your chart is like a blueprint for understanding how you naturally operate. I recommend looking into your channels, your incarnation cross, and your authority. A caveat here is don't make it an identity. It is just another tool to get to know yourself better. Human design was one of the most beneficial tools that I used when I felt super, super lost, to help guide me to a deeper sense of purpose and understanding of myself, to expand my self-awareness. If you don't know your human design, I will leave a link here if you want to look it up for free. And lastly, honor your skills. Make a list of everything that you're good at. Combine them and then maybe utilize AI by asking for it to help you find careers or hobbies that match those skills. Or better yet, combine them all for a unique skill set or niche that may not even exist yet, but people deeply, deeply need. And honestly, do not overthink this, because I'm pretty sure I saw a guy playing a flute while eating a cup of ice on Instagram the other day, and he had like 500,000 followers. So know that you can literally do anything, no matter how silly or ridiculous your mind might originally think it is. So know this, you're not scattered, you are uniquely talented. So allow yourself to explore and get lost, and then allow your purpose to unfold naturally. And before I close, I want you to know that you can absolutely do this all on your own. But if you are ready for deeper clarity and support on your journey of lostness, you can always apply for my one-on-one coaching at the link below. We will integrate your human design, use somatic healing and subconscious work to unlock the most easeful life full of purpose that feels aligned for you. I want to leave you all with this. When I hit rock bottom a few years ago, I thought I had lost everything. And in the process, I realized the only thing that I really needed was me. It wasn't a perfect plan or a life map or certainty. It wasn't the dream job. It wasn't the external validation. It was self-trust and building that and cultivating that deep self-trust in myself. And when I started building that, everything else fell into place. So if you have been waiting for someone to tell you it's all going to work out, this is it. This is your sign to take the first step and the next one and the next one and the next one, because you are going to be more than okay. I promise. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend who really needs to hear this message right now. It means the absolute world to me that you are here. And my biggest wish is for you to feel free, successful, and deeply fulfilled in your life. And if you want to keep going on this journey, don't miss my latest videos on human design and mindset. I will link them in the description and right here on the screen. My final question for you is this. What has been the most impactful thing that you have learned from feeling lost? Drop it in the comments because I would love to hear your story. And I'll see you all in the next one.